Welcome back to another episode of the Chips and Chops podcast. Today with us is Jaden Greathouse, an incoming freshman at Notre Dame and one of the best football players in the class of 2023. He was a 4-year starter at Westlake High School in Texas, where he won 3 state titles and lit up the stat sheet. Since freshman year, he was getting recruited heavily by Division I schools like Oklahoma and Texas. In August of 2022, he signed his letter of intent to come play football at the University of Notre Dame. So Jaden, what are your initial thoughts on South Bend?
My initial thoughts are, it's definitely cold. Way colder than Texas, and I haven't really figured out what there is to do here.
There's really not there's not much to do, especially in the winter.
Yeah, I'll just be like up in my dorm and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that's what's up.
But I mean, it's cool. I like the vibes over here. And,
that's awesome.
It's tight.
So summer's a little better. There's more outside things to do.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of outdoor hooping events and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. So the big news lately is Tommy Rees becoming Alabama's offensive coordinator. He was one of the guys that recruited you. What was your initial reaction?
It sucks to see him go. I mean, he's a great coach and a great person. But at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your family. So I mean, I don't blame him for the decision that he made.
For sure, I think if he wants to become an NFL coach, I mean, taking the Bama job is. Yeah, it's the right career move, right? I'm hoping people don't really hate on him that much because he's doing the right thing,
Right.
With Brian Kelly's exit, that was a little iffy, how he handled it, but Tommy Rees is doing it the right way. So I mean, your whole life you've been really involved in athletics. You're the 2019 AAU national champion for basketball, and then in high school, getting recruited as a freshman. Why did you end up choosing football over basketball?
Basketball had always been my first sport, and I always really enjoyed playing it. But once I got into high school and the football season started, and then basketball season started right in the middle of football season, so I'm already missing that good portion of the basketball season because my coaches wouldn't let me play. So once football season was over, and we never ended till late into December.
Wow.
So, getting back halfway into the season for basketball, it kind of just switched the dynamic a little bit. I just had to prioritize football.
Was getting recruited as a freshman kind of the switch that flipped where you're football is the way I need to go?
I'd say so. After my freshman season, and got offered from Baylor. Baylor was my first offer, and
that's a crazy first offer.
That's
most people's first offers is a D3 or a JUCO, D1 Baylor. That's crazy.
So that's kind of when it put it into perspective for me that I could play college football
for sure.
And so I just kind of started prioritizing football a little more.
When did you first pick up a football? And when did you first start playing football?
I mean, when I was a baby.
For real?
I mean,
you came out of the womb with the football in your hands?
That's always how it's been. And I started playing organized football when I was probably in second grade.
When did you start taking it super seriously?
I mean, I always took it seriously. I'm just a competitor.
But were you waking up early in the morning, staying late to do drills? Or?
No, I got you. I'd probably say ever since 6th grade.
6th grade?
Yeah.
Wow. When did you, was it even in 6th grade where you had that dream of becoming an NFL star?
Oh, yeah. I always dreamed of being in the NFL. I mean, that's the goal,
That's awesome.
I don't really see a point of playing if you don't, have a passion to be a professional at whatever you're doing. So
no, that's what's up.
What's your dream team to play for?
Are
you a Texan fan? Or
my favorite team is the Steelers, but currently I probably wouldn't want to play for them right now, but...
I didn't know if Texas fans actually like the Texans or if they're Cowboys fans.
Nah, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I like to play for I don't know, Chiefs or something.
Chiefs
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, have Patrick Mahomes start too.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. So I mean, then who you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
I'm taking the Eagles too.
The Eagles.
David, you're taking the Chiefs?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to put money on that game. So going into high school, you were a starter freshman year. How'd you end up getting that spot, really?
I had done 7-on-7 and all that stuff in the summer with the varsity. We went to the state tournament and all that, and that was all cool. And so we had our little freshman like training camp, and the head coach would like pull me from practice, drive me up to his office, and like we'd go over game film or like just to help me learn the plays. And then the next week the varsity started their like fall practice, so I basically just started practicing with them, and it was like a little tryout. And I guess I proved myself.
Yeah, you just jumped in and started as a freshman. Yeah, stats were crazy. You guys end up winning the state title. How did that first state title feel?
It was a surreal experience. I mean, like, I didn't think that it was gonna be like that easy, just like coming into there, and like I'm just a freshman.
Living a dream, bro.
Yeah, we had like a loaded team back then. Like our team was stacked, a ton of notable players. So that was definitely a big factor into it. But it was just kind of like surprising to me that like, first year we had to win the state championship.
And in Texas, like Texas is like probably the peak of high school football. And if you win that, you can win any state.
Yeah, like so you guys are basically one of the best in the whole country, which is insane. Mm-hmm. So you guys went on to win 3 state titles in total for football. What were some of your favorite moments over at Westlake?
Some of my favorite moments, probably just like every Wednesday we have position dinners, and every Thursday we have team dinners. So, but I really enjoyed those like position dinners, just like getting close to all your boys and just having like a good time eating. For sure. That's always the best moments.
Yeah. So like the off the field stuff was the highlights of high school. Mm-hmm. I think that's sure. I mean that's really awesome. What about on the field? What were some of your favorite moments? Besides winning, obviously winning the championships, but you'd light up the stat sheet and everything.
Yeah, well, like on the field, definitely my favorite moment was what's it called? The 3rd state championship. Just because I like got MVP and all that stuff, I had a really good game. So that was like a really really good game for me. And then like one of the more fun games though was probably when we played Vandergrift in the quarterfinals, at DKR, and that game was really cool. The atmosphere was crazy.
What's the state championship played in?
It's played in the Cowboys Stadium.
Yeah, that's gotta be so cool.
It's sick in there.
That's awesome, bro.
Because I went there for the Notre Dame Clemson game in the Final Four, which obviously was a bad outcome. But like that stadium is just surreal. Yeah, no, so big.
Yeah.
And now it's not even like one of the biggest stadiums anymore because like they just keep building the super stadiums or whatever. But it's crazy.
And then so 3 straight state titles coming into senior year. Obviously, you guys are. I think that's 54-0 over all your seasons. You guys made it to the semifinals. Ended up losing. I could imagine that that was immense heartbreak. You want to get 4 straight.
Yeah.
You definitely had that Instagram caption ready, right?
Yeah.
I had so many ready.
Better than MJ, 4 in a row.
But yeah, and then when did you decide? Here, I'll say this. All right, so going back in time, getting recruited by Baylor freshman year. What was your initial reaction to getting that offer?
I was real surprised. I was real happy. It's a blessing. It was just like crazy, and like at the time, like I don't really know like what getting an offer means.
Yeah.
So like you were like 14 years old, getting recruited to go play college football at Baylor.
So I didn't really know like what all it meant, but I knew it was something good. So
did the coach come to the crib too, or no? Or it was just like an email kind of offer?
He
or
like
Twitter or
called
whatever.
me or
called
something.
You. Okay,
that's awesome.
I called him and we was just talking. So yeah.
Growing up, what was the team that you wanted to play for?
Well, like my dad has a uncle who coached on Texas, so like we'd always go to the games and stuff. So like, and I lived like 10 minutes away from their campus. So
and Texas has they have an incredible history. They have a lot of culture. I mean, like that's a big name school to play for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, what led you away from Texas to come here?
I don't know. I just felt like over the past couple of years, they've been a little inconsistent, and I felt like Notre Dame, you get the best of both worlds. You get football and academics. So
Notre Dame?
Is that a thought process for a lot of athletes? Like looking at if a team's winning, you want to go to that team.
I mean, yeah, definitely. You don't want to be going to team that can't win no games.
Okay.
Yeah. So when Notre Dame lost to Marshall and Stanford this year, you had already signed your letter of intent. Like, was that a rocky time, or did you just have trust in the team?
No, I definitely had trust in the team. I mean, I knew those were fluke games, and if we don't lose to, Marshall and Stanford, we're like what 10-1.
Yeah, I think if we don't lose to them, I mean USC
was football playoffs.
Yeah,
sure.
If we could beat USC, that's college football playoffs. That'd be incredible. When did Notre Dame initially recruit you?
It was like the winter after my junior season.
Okay. Wow, so that's late compared to most schools.
Mm-hmm.
That's really late compared to most schools.
Yeah.
And who was it initially that recruited you?
It was like Texas, Oklahoma. I forget.
So you got that Texas offer.
Yeah, you got that
that's
Texas
your dream
offer.
school. You didn't want to just sign right away.
I mean, it wasn't really my dream school. I never really had a dream school growing up. I just liked them because I got family on the team, and they're 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
But I never really had a dream school growing up. Obviously, I thought some teams were cool. I thought Oregon was cool because
with Mariota and everything.
Exactly. But
they were the flashy team, and if you're a wide receiver, that's a great team to go play for, right?
Yeah, but I never really had a dream team or nothing like that, so I just kind of was doing me.
No, that's what's up. So Notre Dame recruited you. If you say the end of your junior season, it seems like then you committed to them about 6 months later, right? So what was the process of deciding Notre Dame?
Yeah, well, I first started talking to them. I was on vacation with my family after, football season. We were on winter break, so they first started recruiting me then. And then, they offered me, and we just kept in contact through, the whole spring semester. And I came up for a visit. My first visit was April 9th for the spring game or something like that.
Yep.
And, I just loved it. When I first got up here, I could feel the energy. I could feel the passion and the culture around here, and
for sure,
I just loved every part of it. And so I kind of knew that this was a place I wanted to go since I stepped foot on campus, and all the coaches are great. Coach Freeman, Coach Stuckey, they're all great. They're great people. So. Just definitely people that you want to surround yourself with.
For sure. So was it when did you decide with your family that I'm going to Notre Dame, over the likes of Baylor, South Carolina, Oklahoma?
I made up my mind pretty early that I wanted to, go there after I visited that first time, and then, I came back, and, it's just the same thing.
For sure.
The feelings don't change. So,
yeah.
I was pretty sure on where I wanted to go.
Were the, really intense academics intimidating to you at all? I can imagine, you go to Oklahoma, it's kind of an easier ride, going to school. Yeah. You kind of just show up and you play football. You come to Notre Dame, you actually have to go to class.
Yeah, I mean, that's that part definitely, I could be at a school where I don't got to go to class and all that stuff, but I think it's good for me, get my education, get my degree, and really work for it too. I don't think that the schoolwork so much is very hard.
Yeah.
But first semester we got to take extra study hall, extra classes and stuff like that. So my schedule's pretty busy. So that part definitely sucks about it. When I could be at some SEC school not doing anything.
Yeah, with nice weather and everything, right?
I know next semester rolls around and it'll be way better for sure.
So when did you decide to come do the early enrollment at Notre Dame then? And why did you decide to do that?
Pretty much when I first found out that that was an option.
Yeah, because you played basketball all 3 years. Mm-hmm. You're leaving. You're leaving that team now. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can imagine that's really hard and not graduating with all your boys and everything.
Yeah, no, it definitely sucks. But everybody back in my hometown's supportive.
For sure.
And having to take extra classes my junior and senior year just to get that done. It definitely sucked. It was just a lot of work to do, but it all worked out. So.
Yeah. In the long run, I mean, it's what's helpful for your dream career, right?
For sure.
I mean, obviously, you're losing some memories and all stuff like that.
The early development for your first, like your rookie, I don't know if they call it really rookie, but your freshman season, like, it's important.
For sure. If you can get here 6 months earlier, that's going to help you a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, right when you step foot in South Bend, who's, like, the first other Notre Dame player that you meet, stuff like that?
Well, like, I knew a lot of guys that are other mid-years, too, like, before going into it.
So, like, is that how it works where, if you end up committing to a university, it's like all the players start texting you and you guys become boys?
Not like all the players on, like, the football team already. Like, I'm still getting to know everybody. But, like, from other, visits and stuff, just, like, hanging around with the other recruits, we all have, like, a connection and we're all super close. So, it's good vibes for sure. The first person I met was... Who was the first person that I met? I think it might have been Preston Zinter. So, yeah.
And then you end up, how it works is all the early enrollees come and they end up rooming, right, with each other respectively. I think that's really cool how that works out. That's probably the best way to go.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, everyone you guys are kind of like the new guys at Notre Dame, right? I can imagine that'd be really intimidating at first. So, like, walk us through, like, say your first day of classes.
Yeah, no, it's weird because, like, I'm a freshman. And, like, so are the other people. Like, so are the other freshmen there. But, like, they're all still older than me. So, like, that's, like, something weird to get used to. But, like...
Yeah, like, you're a freshman for, what, 3 semesters? Is that what they would consider it? Or would they consider, like, the second semester your sophomore year? Like, if you're a freshman?
I think, like, next spring, that'll be, like, my sophomore year.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't really know.
So then maybe if you stay all 4 years, your senior year... The second semester, you'd already have been graduated.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool how it works out then.
But, like, start my day, wake up, depending on what time our lift is or what lift group we're in. If we're in the 7 a.m., wake up at, like, 6, get dressed, take my scooter down to the Goog and get ready to work out. We lift. We got training table, all that stuff, good eats. And then, go back to the dorm, chill out for a little bit, get some homework done before class, like 11:30. And we'll be out of the coop probably by like 9:30. So just get to go back to the dorm, chill, get ready for class. And then like on Mondays, I got, like 2 classes. So, go to class. And then after that, like, you can chill out a little bit. And then you got like study hall.
Mm-hmm.
For like 2 hours. So
how many hours a day or like even hours a week do you like spend, at the Goog or training?
Ooh, at the Goog, like probably like 10 hours a week.
For real? So like y'all are there every single weekday and everything
every
like that.
Every single day, every single morning.
And that'll end up amping up when like spring practice rolls around and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like during football season, how many practices are there a day or stuff like that? I'm really curious about that.
I don't know. They ain't like told us the practice schedule or nothing like that yet. But I'd imagine it'd be every day.
For sure.
Besides like maybe like Thursdays.
Yeah. Who's your favorite player? Who's like what player are you most looking forward to playing with?
Playing with?
Have you met with Hartman yet?
Yeah. Me and him, Braylon and him was throwing yesterday. So, or I guess 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was
indoor or outdoor?
In the indoor.
You don't want to train in the cold.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I don't think the snow.
Yeah.
But I'd definitely say Sam. I'm really excited to play with him. But I'm also really excited to play with like Braylon and Rico. Our other mid-years. I feel like we're gonna be able to do some damage for sure. So I can't wait to get that started.
Who do you think's like the scariest player on defense? Like at Notre Dame, who do you not want guarding you in practice?
Who do I not want guarding me?
Or can none of them guard you?
I want everybody to guard me. I want all of them to line it up. I mean,
yeah.
It makes everybody better. So
for sure, that's what's up. What team are you most looking forward to playing next year?
How about
I would say
you excited to go to Ireland?
Yeah, I'm excited for Ireland for sure. I'm definitely excited for that. And I would say Clemson. but I gotta say Ohio State.
Yeah, because Clemson kind of sucked.
Gotta get our lick back.
I mean,
I ain't watching that game. That sucked.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta do something about
that was a close one, too. We can definitely win that next
yeah.
year.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're going to make it happen.
Yeah, so your class is going to be the class that brings the championship to Notre Dame?
Easily.
Man, that's I just want to live through one in my lifetime. That's my dream. Because my dad lived through one.
Yeah.
I just want to live through one. I was hoping it would be when I was a kid, but, it didn't end up happening.
Well, I got you.
For sure. How do you deal with all like the pressure and like I can imagine it's a mental struggle being one of the best players and people having such high standards for you, right? Like you look up Jaden Greathouse on Google, player comparison is Juju, right? I mean that's a lot to live up to.
Right. Yeah. I don't really see no pressure for me. I just stay close to my inner circle, my family, and I know what they expect out of me. So I don't really feel any pressure, from outside people, but just having a sense of discipline and staying locked in and, knowing that other people are counting on you and you're counting on yourself. So, just staying disciplined and locked in and giving whatever you need to make done.
For sure.
Happen.
And I can imagine, both your parents are collegiate athletes. Growing up in a family like that where athletics is so important, that kind of gives you, a step up, right? So, what was that like, growing up? You're already an amazing athlete. You have the amazing genetics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'd definitely say I was a lot bigger than the other kids that I was playing against.
Yeah, I saw, looking at you as a freshman, you didn't look like a freshman. You know what I mean? You were like, this dude's a junior, senior, something like that. It was kind of incredible.
Yeah, no, I've always been, kind of bigger than everybody else, so that definitely helped out a lot when I was younger playing sports. But, just, the intangibles that I have definitely comes from, my mom and, playing basketball and stuff like that. So, it all just blends together real
For
well.
sure. What would you say makes, what would you say makes you different than other players?
I'm a winner,
Winner?
I don't lose. I don't like to lose, never like to lose, never want to lose. So, I'm going to do everything in my power
Yeah.
To win, no matter who's in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, if you go on, 247 recruiting or something, they have recruiters or analysts, analyzing you. Some of them said, your athleticism is in check. You know what I mean? They're kind of questioning your athleticism. Yeah, but I mean, if you bring that discipline and all that, and obviously you are an athlete, so. But I just thought that was kind of interesting that that's what they were questioning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I never really paid attention to the recruiting websites. I think none of that stuff really matters.
For sure.
I mean,
if the coach is hitting you up, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got the offers. That's what matters.
And so, we all gonna see what the truth is when we step on the field.
For sure, that's what's up. Yeah. So how do you? I mean, the big news in college football lately is obviously NIL. I mean, are you looking into NIL deals right now, or when are you gonna start doing that?
What that process is? Do they hit you up? You hit them up?
I've been hit up by a couple, organizations and stuff. But you obviously got to clear it through, your NIL directors and stuff like that. Just make sure everything.
You'll be hearing from us pretty soon.
Yeah. But I ain't really too focused on NIL right now. Just focused on getting better. Because you don't get no NIL deals if you ain't playing good. So.
For sure.
I'm just trying to. Work as hard as I can and step on that field day one.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Also, in college football lately, the transfer portal, it's kind of crazy. You have teams that are getting 15, 20 guys from the transfer portal. Do you like how it's set up where you kind of just have free reign to go wherever you want? Or do you think it should be a little regulated a little bit more?
I mean, personally, I don't really care for it too much. I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon. I plan on being here for 3 years and, going to the league. So this is the place that I want to be. This is the place where I want to stay. So I don't really see any need for it. And, if other people want to, transfer and, feel like they need a better chance somewhere else, that's their problem. It doesn't have nothing to do with me.
Win your battle on the field?
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, from just a fan and supporter perspective, it's it's really, I'll be honest, it's just kind of annoying. Yeah. You know, looking at these teams.
I don't know. It's kind of fun. Like getting Hartman is kind of cool.
No, that's awesome. But he would be able to come anyways because he already graduated.
Yeah. I get. Oh, but yeah, graduate transfers benefit.
I'm talking like there's players that have been at 3 different colleges in their 4 years. Yeah. That's just wild to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it kind of loses a team identity at one point. You know what I mean? So from that perspective, it's kind of annoying. But if I was a player, I can imagine it would be nice to have that freedom. You know what I mean? Like obviously you have all your faith in Notre Dame, but hypothetically, if it didn't work out, you know, you could go play at Baylor, you could go play at OU, you know what I mean? That could be really nice. Yeah. I mean, like, after Notre Dame, like, it seems like Notre Dame was obviously the number 1 choice. After that, it was, you know, Texas, Oklahoma, and South Carolina, right? Mm-hmm. Which one was your number 2?
You know, I couldn't really say one was, you know, like a number 2. Like, I couldn't really list the other 3 out like that because
Notre Dame and then everyone else, right?
Yeah, but like all of them had like, you know, good things about them. All of them had bad things about them. Like, so you know, it was hard to like put like one ahead of another.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you said Notre Dame academics is like something that drew you here too. What are you majoring?
Psychology.
Psychology. What drew you to like psychology?
Just like it's something I've always been interested in.
Okay.
Like that like higher level of thinking and stuff. Just like
how it works and whatnot.
Yeah, just tapping in with yourself. You know, it's a class I really enjoy.
Okay.
For sure, and like you could bring a really interesting perspective from being an athlete. You know what I mean? That most people wouldn't be able to bring. Right. That's a whole different subject right there, which I think is really cool. Yeah. So I mean, like. Going into Notre Dame next year, like, do you feel like you have any pressure on you? Are you nervous? Or are you just really excited to get at it?
No, I'm just excited. You know, like, you know, I know we got the fan base behind us. I know we got the support for sure. We got the team. So
sure. You got the coach. Yeah. I mean, Marcus Freeman, that's a big personality, but I could imagine like that's, you know, you see clips of the guy, you see him talking, like that's someone that you wanna, you know, that you want to play for.
Yeah, no doubt.
I remember at the Notre Dame Clemson game, Dave and I stormed on the field and we almost like shook the guy's hand. You know what I mean? He was,
we got pushed away from his like bodyguard police guys.
I mean, David, you could probably tell that story better than me, but that was just like the.
Because you were too busy trying to shake hands with the cheerleaders.
Yeah, no, like that.
There was the cheerleaders on this side, Marcus Freeman on this side. I went to the Marcus Freeman. Joey, he went the other way to the cheerleaders.
Yeah, so basically how it worked out is we had like incredible seats, right? Like second row, blue and gold, you know, with like the cushions and everything right next to the student section. Mm-hmm. So with 2 minutes to go, we were in line trying to get down on that field. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. There was like some like. I don't know if you call them exchange students at Notre Dame or whatever, but there was a couple of girls like that. I was pulling up my Google Translate, trying to communicate, trying to flirt a little bit. Didn't end up working or whatever. So we run on the field and like somehow it's just like it's so intense, it's so crazy. It's it's just so much happiness. So David ends up trying to like go get pictures with players, and there was a kicker out there trying to see coaches. Yeah, no, I immediately run straight for the cheerleaders, getting pictures with them.
No, but the funniest thing was like all the players were gone and we're just walking around. The punter's still chilling out there.
Yeah, the punter's just there getting pictures with kids, bro. I go up to him, try to get a picture. He wasn't interested, bro. He tries to walk away.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like looking back at players I've met. Ian Book, I met Ian Book. That was like, it's really, I mean, like coming from like a kid's perspective, you kind of look up to these Notre Dame players,
and like seeing them in public is just like a beautiful thing.
It's as a kid, like. If I got to meet a Notre Dame player, it was like my whole day was made. You know what I mean? It's like the biggest thing in the whole world because these are the guys that you watch and you root for. Right. So I mean, I remember meeting Ian Book at Eddy Street. I'm sure you've been. Have you been to Eddy Street yet? That's like that's like the spot. If you try to go somewhere in South Bend, unfortunately, that's the place to go. I mean, meeting Ian Book, meeting Tommy Reese. I mean, it seems like Notre Dame football does. You know, good with like I guess you could say outreach. They have their student athletes volunteer and stuff like that. Have you done anything like that yet?
No. The first week we was here, we was doing a little volunteer work. We went on Friday. We went to the Boys and Girls Club. You know, hung out with some of those kids.
Joey works there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
For real? Okay. Yeah. And then we went to a little food kitchen. Was making some meals for people in need. And then, on Sunday we went to, the homeless shelter and helped paint up, like, their walls and, fix all their stuff.
That's what I think is so amazing about I think that's kind of what sets Notre Dame apart. I'm not sure if other colleges do, but Notre Dame makes it so volunteering is really important for their student athletes, right? Yeah. And kind of like community outreach. So you guys are actually going out into the community. So I guess I could imagine doing stuff like that could make South Bend feel not home, but more like home. You know what I mean?
Brings a sense of fulfillment.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So that's really awesome. Notre Dame is like the biggest part of the South Bend community. You know, if someone asks where you're from and they're not from here, you don't really say South Bend. You're from where Notre Dame is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's really cool. So I mean, coming in here, you're coming from Texas, which is warm. You know, it's nice weather. Yeah. I can imagine coming here, cold weather. It's a little depressing at first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like my first 2 weeks here, I ain't seen the sun in like 10 days.
Was this your first time like seeing snow or? Snow sometime in Texas. Okay.
One time we had like a bad little winter storm. School shut down for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it got like 30 degrees there. So
I was really annoyed when I was down in Dallas for the Clemson game. It was like 30 degrees. I was really annoyed.
Yeah, it like gets cold, but you know it takes a lot to snow. But it was just snowing a couple of days ago. They had school shut down and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Weather for me is like something that I'm kind of looking at colleges. I kind of want to go somewhere warmer. That's kind of something important to me. You know, getting out of the Midwest, hopefully. Yeah. So if I'm going to the NFL, man, I'm not gonna. If I had to choose a team, I'd probably choose the Chargers.
The Chargers?
Interesting.
That's a good little team to pick.
David, who would
a lot of Notre Dame players get drafted by the Chargers.
Manti Te'o was there.
Manti Te'o, he's not still there.
No, he's not.
Isaac Rochelle's there. Drew Tranquil's there. I think
Isaac Rochelle's not there anymore. He's in Indianapolis now.
Oh, we got traded after the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
but no, yeah. What's it called? But Drew Tranquil is there, and he's having he's going crazy. I think there's a lineman that's there too. I don't know. They draft a lot.
Do you have a favorite Notre Dame player of all time? No. Do you have then do you have a favorite NFL player of all time?
Favorite NFL player? I'd probably have to say Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams?
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
That's a good one. I'm trying to think of who my favorite would be. I'm not super into NFL or
what team's Devontae Adams on?
I couldn't tell you what team he's on. What team is he on?
Raiders.
He's on the Raiders.
He was on the Packers.
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna. I need to keep up with a little bit more.
Yeah. You do too many note cards for Notre Dame guys.
Yeah, actually, that's a really funny story. So, I would say
you still do it, right?
No, I don't do it anymore. But 2012, 2013, that's when we went to the championship and lost to Bama, right? Yeah. That was right when I got into being a Notre Dame fan. And what I do is I made note cards of every single player, what position they were, and what number they were. Really? So when I'd go to the games, I would know exactly who they were and everything. And so say if I was with my grandma's like, who is that? I know I know all about that. So I mean,
he's that annoying fan that if some random safety makes a tackle, he starts cheering their name.
Yeah.
Like he's their biggest fan, and everyone's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
So sit down.
Yeah, I mean I remember probably elementary school, not really middle school, but I would literally make note cards for the players.
Really?
I was that deep into it. I remember. If we lost, I used to cry. I would literally go up to my room, I would be bawling. It would ruin my whole week, bro. Obviously, growing up, I matured a little bit where it doesn't affect me that much, but it's still.
His dad not so much. His dad.
No, my
cries.
Dad's he wouldn't cry. He'll yell. He'll be so oh, bro. It's how my mom looks at it is if we lose, the Sunday's gonna really suck. You know what I mean? She's not looking forward to that Sunday. Yeah. But yeah, I guess getting older, it's gotten better. Right. I've been able to handle my emotions a little bit better. But being a Notre Dame fan, it's a roller coaster. You know what I mean? But definitely excited. Excited for the future. We're kind of. It's not necessarily a transitionary period right now, but a lot of changes are being made.
Yeah, we just finished the discover phase. Now I think we're in the execute phase.
Yeah, so we
really
just
discovered who we can be. Yeah,
having Brian Kelly for 10 years, that's what I grew up with. Yeah. Going over to Marcus Freeman, who's a lot different of a coach. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll be excited. I hope that we can kind of pick it up and be that 11, 12 win team on average. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for.
For sure, that's what's up. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, Jaden? Actually, I'm curious. Besides, basketball and football, is there anything else and psychology? I guess anything else that you're into?
Yeah, I like to read. I like to read some books. It's like a, like a little relaxing time for me.
Yeah.
I like to play video games too.
What's your favorite game to play?
I like playing Madden.
Who's your favorite team to play with?
Favorite team to play with?
Or do you do like the ultimate team stuff?
No, I do. Okay. But like, I'd probably say the Chiefs.
The Chiefs?
They're just so, yeah.
My favorite game is definitely Fortnite. Bro, I'm not like
I be playing that too.
Bro, it's kind of coming back.
No, it is low key. It's kind of fun to play.
I won't lie. Like the last couple months, like it's not every night, but it's probably 4 to 5 nights a week, bro. I hop on with my friend.
It's probably air night for me.
Like that's yeah. What about like you into like you watch a lot of TV shows and movies, relaxing stuff like that?
Nah,
you like reading?
I'd say probably the biggest thing like TV that I watch though is like Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty?
Or like Family Guy.
That's what's up. That's awesome.
Family Guy is just all over my phone. Like I've never watched the show like a real episode, but it's all over TikTok, all over Instagram.
I've been watching that.
Bro, because it's not on Netflix anymore.
Is it not?
It's not on Netflix. It's on Hulu now, I think.
Yeah, I'll be watching it on Hulu all the time.
So like, I used to watch it on Netflix, but maybe I need to get a Hulu subscription or something like that because that was one of my favorite shows growing up. Yeah, have you seen the Cleveland Brown show though?
Nah, I never really liked it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I like the Cleveland Brown show better than the Family Guy. Yes, but my all-time favorite show. What's your all-time favorite show?
All-time favorite show, probably Naruto.
Okay. Yeah. Mine's definitely The Office. That's kind of like a basic answer.
It's like an NPC answer.
That is an NPC answer.
I never watched The Office. Like I watched episodes.
Yeah, I feel you. No, I've watched it. Oh, man, I probably watched like 11 times through something like that. Like not lately, but
I can't do that.
I used to go crazy.
I can't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we touched on a lot of things. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, or?
No, I mean, if y'all got any more questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Do you have anything?
I think I'm chilling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll be excited to get that. Get that championship. Going 12-0 next season. Yeah. So thank you so much for hopping on, man. It's been awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Peace.